Looking to go out in the town in the city of Boston for an affordable price and grab some great food, drinks, and atmosphere in the Seaport District? Well, look no further than newcomer Seaport Social. Seaport Social is a premier and authentic social house that is poised to proudly serve the Boston area for many years to come. Their mission is to provide high-quality food and unique craft beer selection, along with a welcoming atmosphere for all those that wish to witness firsthand what the Boston social spirit is all about. From a top-notch bar, great group seating, to their premier menu including their massive loaded nachos, endless craft beers on tap, and an exquisite espresso martini option, look for manager Jimmy, who will satisfy your needs. A project that has been 4 years in the making is finally here, Seaport Social, which is located at 225 Northern Avenue in the Seaport District in Boston, will officially open its doors for their grand opening December 1st. Get there while you can and tell them Steele Nazz sent you. Eat, drink, social. That's what the Seaport Social does. Let it rip.
Welcome to Steele Nazz, episode 102, presented by Hedge Better here at the Hedge Quarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Bunch of power out in Quincy, Mass, so we took it to Braintree like usual. Sponsored by Slide Edge Fitness and Performance. Craig Kelly does a great job over there. Also, the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. New sponsor tonight, Seaport Social. Ever hear of it?
I heard of it. Haven't been there, but I've heard of it.
Grand opening,
Tomorrow.
December 1st, Thursday. Can't wait.
Heard the bartending crew's great. They almost recruited me.
You turned him down. He had other offers.
No, there's a decent chance I end up there, to be completely honest.
Would love it. For Podwise, got in it tonight with another member of the New England Cartel as Tommy Pags joins the show to discuss, his early livelihood in professional MMA. Working out with Calvin Kattar and Rob Font, Tyson Chartier, the leading trainer. What'd you guys think of the interview?
I mean, he's literally just it's just what the cartel is all about. It just all his answers are just literally the epitome of what Tyson's trying to do over there, how he's doing it.
Boston, they're Boston.
It's just Boston.
It's Boston through and through.
It's fuck around and find out. That's literally.
I used to drive by Haverhill and Methuen, not really thinking too much of it. Now I'm respecting it.
What?
More and more.
You never drew.
Well, there's fighters ever. It doesn't matter the name really. I don't know.
No. Those. I mean,
that's where they're from.
I know. Yeah. But I mean. You never thought it? You don't know. It doesn't matter what city you're in. We're in Braintree, home of Lights Out Lang. You wouldn't think much of Braintree either.
Yeah, you got to do a point.
Point taken.
Point taken.
Haverhill and Methuen are scarier
You're from
places
Quincy, home of Matt Forbes, and you don't know what you're fucking talking
brutal. About. Afterwards, we gave Antan, since he finally came into the studio, his grace as we went over the USA advancing to the elimination round. Is that right?
The final Sweet 16, if
Sweet
you will.
16?
Well, no.
Sweet 16, final 16.
The Patriots took a stage dive in the fourth quarter against the Minnesota Vikings. We have our locks of the week as well as our preview for Thursday night's game. Hopefully the podcast is out in time. That'd be great. As they host the not AFC East leading, but they're a playoff team of the Buffalo Bills. We'll also touch upon a couple other things.
Keep going.
Maybe some Bruins, Celtics. The hottest teams in their respective leagues. Great to see. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I guess.
I just gotta leave my girlfriend alone text. So that'll be developing. Whoever that is, I don't know.
Good. That's
gonna
be breaking news on spot.
Random, I don't know.
Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving too.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Can we live
Oh, yeah,
text
well,
this?
this
Can we
is the
live
intro.
text this?
I'm not gonna text him right now.
All right,
we'll get into
text him right now.
Here we go.
This is the intro.
Here we go with MMA Tommy Pags.
Stick tuned. I might text.
Cartel. We're now joined by member of the New England Cartel. I feel like we've had them all on now. It's great to see Tommy Pags, 5-1 MMA record. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Phenom, trains with Tyson Chartier, Rob Font, Calvin Kattar. Just what's going on, man? How's everything been?
Good, man. Coming off a good win a week ago. Just kind of enjoying life right now a little bit, but things are good.
Let's go. So before we get into, a little bit of everything, how'd that fight go? And was it the way you wanted? I know you won by, was it TKO?
Yeah.
So what was kind of your game plan going in, and how did you, get the finish?
Yeah, was fighting a tough vet. He had like 30 fights to his name.
Jesus.
He actually fought Rob Font back in like 2012.
Oh,
so
no
it's kind
shit,
of
huh?
funny to
Yeah.
That's fun.
yeah.
Did he
it was
beat
fun
Font?
to get in there with him. But yeah, he beat Rob beat him. They went 3 rounds. It was funny at Wayne's. The guy was talking shit to me and to Rob, and he's saying to Rob, like, it took you 3 rounds. He's like, what's it gonna take him? He's like, I was like, that's a weird thing to brag about.
Very weird.
But yeah, it went exactly to plan, man. My striking coach Jake put together a real good game plan. Kind of just picked the kid apart. It almost seemed too good to be true. He was doing like everything we planned for. I was like, oh, no shit. So got him out of there and won. Felt good. Healthy. Always grateful for that. So yeah, it was a good time.
Looks like he had a quick recovery, quick bounce back.
I was gonna say, who fought O'Malley in the step in?
Oh, it was
Martino.
Yeah, Chris Martino.
And it was like 2 days after his fight, and I was like,
Yeah,
you do it like you barely fought, and you got like hit in the head 100 times. It's like, how the hell is that?
Some guys just wear it better than others.
Exactly.
For the most part, seeing all the New England Cartel guys seem to say the same thing, on the same page, chemistry-wise. But, Calvin and Rob have both had up and downs in their career, a lot of ups too. What have you really learned from those guys and kind of integrate into your own game?
Yeah, they always tell me just control what you can. And that's kind of what I try and focus on. There's a lot of moving parts to the sport, and a lot of it's out of our control. Opponents pulling out, injuries, all that shit. So it's kind of just important to just focus on what we can control, and that's just showing up to the gym, getting better every day, and just kind of staying positive through the whole thing.
Now, is there more of your fights have been in New England? Have you been on any road games with them? Any stories you can share, or kind of like pre-game things where you're going out? Calvin's the head of a UFC fight night, and you guys are in his corner going nuts for him.
Yeah, man. Shit, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure, man.
Share with that,
for sure.
You fought in Arizona recently,
we've
though.
done
So what happened
traveling,
there?
We did some traveling. For my fights, we've traveled once or twice, I guess. My pro debut was in Philadelphia. We got a call. It was like during the heat of the pandemic. So we were just waiting for something. And on 4 days' notice, we got a call to see if I wanted to go fight this hometown kid in Philly on a big show, Cage Fury MMA. They're on UFC Fight Pass. So we were like, fuck it, let's do it. So we drove out to Philly, me, Rob, Tyson, and Calvin. And I made my pro debut out there and got a solid win over a tough guy. So that was fun, man. Get that experience of traveling with the team, staying in the hotel and shit, and doing the whole like fight week routine. But other than that, it's been pretty much traveling with them to Vegas. We did Texas for the Josh Emmett fight with Calvin, which he got screwed in. Yeah. But other than that, man, I don't know. We're pretty civil. We're a civil group on a fight week. I don't have any too juicy stories.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Good.
It seems like you kind of all have that similar mindset. I feel like it's kind of like ingrained in you. Is that more the coach? Is that more just
it's
in
all
the
of
gym?
us, but Tyson, man. Tyson's a freak.
Is it? Yeah.
He's a trainer.
Yeah. Other than that, no, he's good, man. Tyson keeps us kind of in line. Yeah, I don't know. We're a goal oriented group, so we kind of just focus on the task at hand.
So when you're 5-1 now, you kind of get into the later fights in your life. Like, what has changed in your fight style? Like, what have you been really working on or focusing on, or like changing your fight style up, facing these harder guys?
Yeah. Well, I started as a wrestler. That's kind of like my foundation. And as I started working with Rob and Calvin, they've kind of really upped my striking a lot. So as I progress, though, it's more just keep getting better in all areas, and then just being patient, especially as the competition gets a little tougher. You get a little too excited early, you get hurt, you get caught. So kind of just focusing on that, and then just the mentality. You know what I mean? Most of this sport is mental, so I've just been working on my mental game, how I approach each opponent, each fight, and I think it's taken me leaps and bounds throughout my career.
I feel like a lot of people, have a wrestling background in high school. And it's one thing to wrestle, play baseball in the spring or something like that. But, stepping into an octagon, you got to be an absolute psychopath. Like, there's no denying that, man. Like, what gave you the confidence and stuff to be like, I'm going to get into this sport and, finding your way towards working out with guys like that, that's in your region of where you live. Like, how did that come to be?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I remember growing up watching the UFC when it was on like Spike TV. I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I remember thinking to myself, God damn, I'm so happy I never have to do this. Like, this is crazy. Now I'm doing it full time. I said that about fighting and tattoos, and I got a bunch of fucking tattoos.
Wow.
Thank God I don't need to get those. But yeah, so I kind of just through all the years of wrestling, just found my way into it, and then linked up with Rob. He moved to Haverhill, I think 2018 or 19. So I ended up linking up with him just for some private lessons, and it kind of turned into him kind of taking over for me, taking me under his wing, and really showing me how to do this as like a full-time job.
Let's go.
So with them helping you with your striking too, do you definitely see yourself throwing more elbows nowadays?
They're coming, man. They're coming. I'm the knee guy on the team, man. I'm tall. I'm 6 feet tall, fighting at 145 pounds. So these guys' heads are right at my knees. But yeah, we'll get some elbows going. They're coming.
I was gonna say, has Rob ever delivered that jab to you? One of the meanest jabs in the UFC.
Always, man. Always. I remember my first time sparring him. I was an amateur, and I remember just being like, "Oh shit, this is like I've never felt anything like this before." But what it is, man, he's in the boxing gym sparring pro boxers. You know what I mean? So he kind of started doing that with me when he started working with me, and I was like, "Wow, this is just different." You know, getting hit by a pro boxer versus these MMA guys, it's just a different thing. So I think that's why we all have such good boxing and good striking is our approach to it. You know, we do Muay Thai with the best Muay Thai guys. We do boxing with the best boxers. You don't want to do boxing sparring with MMA guys. It's just I don't know. They don't punch the same. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been good, man. They kind of put it all together for me.
Would you say that you're the best wrestler on the team?
Accolades wise, I guess, but Nick Fury, man, that kid, he never wrestled a day in his
Yeah, we
life,
had him on
but
here. He's a
he
beast.
gets his hands on you, man. It's just a different animal.
And that's honestly the best base to have. I feel like in the UFC, if you look at the champion levels, like it always comes from a wrestling background first, and then striking and everything comes through with that. But the ground game, you have to have it.
He has that in his back pocket. It's like, you know, he can feel you on the feet, and if he decides, fuck this, I'm going to the ground, he just does it. You know what I mean? We've got to find someone who can really stop what he wants to do. It'll happen. You know, he's going to come across like that good wrestler who he has a hard time taking down, and then we'll see him stand up. You know what I mean? He's got really good stand up that people haven't been able to see yet because his fights are so quick and they go to the ground. But when he has to use it, he'll use it.
Speaking of just kind of the boxing, and you know, I have to ask it with all these UFC, you know, fighters we have on, Jake Paul. You got him in the ring or what? What's your thoughts and how many rounds would it take you to beat him?
He is a lot bigger though.
He's a big motherfucker, bro. He is a big motherfucker. He's like what?
Like 210, I think. I think probably walks around 225. Probably cuts down to 210.
When he first started doing this, I was definitely like, "Fuck this guy," you know. I'm still fuck this guy, but now you gotta kind of give him his due. You know, look at his position. This kid, yeah, man, he knocked him down. He's got all the money in the world. He can afford the best trainers. He can live like the perfect life for fighting if he wants to. Anything that kid wants to do, he's in this situation to do it. And he's training like an actual fighter, man. He's a fucking athlete. Him and his brother. His brother was actually a real good wrestler growing up. But they're both just phenomenal athletes, and he's putting it together, man. Joe Rogan says it well. If this was just some kid who wasn't Jake Paul and he was just taking out these MMA fighters coming up the ranks, we'd be like, who the fuck is this kid? You know what I mean? But because he's this YouTube sensation, it's like, fuck this guy. You know, he's fucking up the sport.
Everyone's jealous. You know what I mean?
Did you see him? Did you see him call out the Patty the Batty of UFC?
Yeah, some sparring or something.
Do you think that's gonna happen or no?
We'll see, man. Patty's a lunatic
He's
too, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's a weird. It's just why are they sparring? I don't know.
Patty would also fight him at his walking around with.
I think he puts Patty down too. To be honest with you,
that would be that's why it's a bad idea for Patty. If he loses that's bad. He's still on the come up. He's too young to be taking that loss in a sparring.
And I just want to further up because like you're saying, you know, he has all these trainers and whatever. And Moutinho, when he kind of took that fight on and he got the contract, he was like, this allows me to kind of get these trainers, get this nutritionist, get this UFC, you know, all their whatever they can give
services and amenities.
You know, how important is that? How much does the New England Cartel kind of give you guys in all of that? And how important is it to you?
Yeah, we get a lot. So it's tough because the UFC people, they're by like contract can only really work with the guys in the UFC that are under their contract. Where me and Nick get from the team is like that experience of they can bring us out to the PI. You know what I mean? We're not going to get like all the physical therapy. Technically, they're not supposed to. They've worked on me a few times when I've been out there. I had a broken foot, and one of the people out there worked on me while I was there, which was really nice of them. But we get to be around that level. You know what I mean? We're at the Performance Institute. I'm like on the PT table next to Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? It's all just becoming normalized.
Sick. That's
So,
so
That's
sick.
wild.
I guess that's the biggest advantage. But yeah, the nutrition, all that, that's important. Once you get to the UFC, they provide all that for you. I work with someone separately for my nutrition and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just good experience, just being around those guys.
Yeah, run me through a fight week. I mean, there's so much that goes into it, but like, making weight, maybe watching video on your opponent. Just run me through your type of fight week, what you want to do to accomplish the preparation leading up to a fight.
Yeah, so by the time you get to fight week, the work's been done. You're not really training like at 100%. You're just kind of going through the motions, getting a sweat going, and just kind of keeping the mind busy. Fighting's it's a stressful thing, and you don't want to be sitting around just thinking about it all week. So, sorry, my dog's over here
Oh, you're all
fucking
good.
licking my
What's
leg.
the dog's
But
name? What's the dog's name?
it's that the dog's name is Dakota. She's a yellow lab.
Oh, let's go.
But yeah, so fight week is just kind of going through the motions, and then you get your weight cut. It depends when the weigh-ins are. The UFC, it's always like early in the morning, the day before the fight. It's awesome. They get all day to recover. But these regional shows, our weigh-ins they're still the day before, but I think our last one was like 4 p.m. or something like that
Oh,
the night
jeez.
before. So we'll start our weight cut that day instead of doing it the night before, so you're not dehydrated for like 24 hours. So I normally get myself down. I fight at 145. I walk around between like 60 and 65. So I'll get down to like 54-ish and stay right there until the day of my weight cut, and then just get that water out and
Holy
make
shit.
weight, and then
How much?
eat some
9
good
pounds.
food.
10 pounds, yeah, 9 pounds in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
feel
9 to
gassed.
8. Yeah, it's not
That's
fun,
great.
man.
That's a lot
It's
of.
never fun.
You
Are
must
you-
be looking
But-
rough on weigh-in days. We've seen it. We've
Oh, like
seen the
shit,
people.
man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
You look like
My
you're in
face
like
all
the
sucked in.
freaking concentration camps. Not to get too
Well, yeah.
gruesome, but it looks that way.
Are you ever worried like I'm not gonna make it? Like that's a shitload of weight. No.
They've kind of been
Nah,
putting
I've
been
restrictions
science.
on doing like a hydration test in like some other leagues. I've heard like to make sure people aren't like risking themselves getting too low.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
incredible.
One FC.
Yeah, exactly.
One FC does the hydration test. They're the only ones doing it, but man, I've been cutting weight for fucking ever. I've been wrestling since I was in 4th grade,
That's
and
very true.
Spitting
been
in
a
a
part
water
of these
bottle.
sports with yeah. But what I noticed is how wrong we do it in high school and college wrestling, and then I started working with like these
Yeah,
professionals.
you
I'm
got
like,
the
wow, I
trash
need to
bags
fucking
on, black
myself
trash
up. Yeah,
bags
it's
when you're
like
a little
really
kid. Yeah.
yeah. Now it's like we do like a water load the week before, so we're drinking like 2 gallons a day leading up to that weight cut. So now we have all this water to lose. Where in high school I was just like starving myself, dehydrating myself all winter
So
long and
bad.
shit. But
Is it
it's
kind
awful.
like for people that suck at doing that? They're pretty much already at a disadvantage if they can't like lose
I feel like
You
that's
know,
a huge
lose
part
and
of,
gain
I
that
feel like
weight
that's a huge
within-
part.
weigh in and fight night
Yeah, it's
because you're
it's
gaining
a
20 pounds. Basically, is that what you're saying? And
yeah. Like
24
I'll step
hours.
into the cage. Like when I step into the cage, I'm about 157, 158, as close to
Yeah.
160 as I can get. So I'll weigh in at like 40. I was 44.9.
So then rehydrate
last
12
fight,
pounds
and then-
after.
See, you're not worried
Yeah.
like 145. You're 144.9. You're not worried like something's gonna go wrong. Like
It's the experience,
a
man.
fly's gonna land on the scale or something. Like I'd be
The
like,
old towel trick. You just put a little pressure down.
I
on
don't
it.
know.
Nah,
I just
man,
feel
we
like
got
that's
it
like
down.
ridiculous.
In
Yeah,
the words
it's a
of
science. It's
in the
a
words of
science.
Mike Steele, you gotta believe.
exactly,
science.
exactly. That's the process, man.
Nickname the Phenom. Any sentimental value to it? Who like gave it to you and that whole genre?
Yeah, so my freshman year at college is when I just like kind of knew I was gonna start fighting. I'd been training MMA for like a year, and my roommate at the time, we were gonna sell some shirts, right? That's how we make money on the regional scene. We get sponsors, we throw their logos on the back of our shirts, and we sell them. And my roommate was like, "Well, you need like a nickname." So we were just throwing shit around the room, and he was like, "The Phenom." He was like, "It rhymes." I was like, "Fuck yeah, it does." And I was like, "And I gotta hold myself to that. If we're gonna call myself the Phenom, like I better fucking perform and show up." So it's kind of lit that little fire under me my whole career. Like I gotta live up to this fucking nickname I have now. So yeah, that's really it.
Got to make it happen. And obviously, your goal is to get to the UFC. How far do you think you're away from that? Because that's so tough to reach those certain heights. I know you've been training with Rob and Calvin, who have accomplished that. But getting to that opportunity, getting to the fight, just to have a chance to do it. Just how far you think you are?
I think I'm right there, man. There's so many different ways in right now. They have the Contender Series. Dana White does a show looking for a fight where he goes to different promotions and looks for guys there. So I'm at that sweet spot right now, that 5-1. I get to like 6-1. Those are the numbers they start throwing you on the Contender Series, and you get to fight for a contract. You get a late notice replacement. Someone falls off a card. They need to fill the spot. So I'm just staying ready for anything, man. I think I truly believe this time next year I'm gonna be in the UFC, 100%.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Two questions here. One, can we get a price on how to get onto one of your shirts or back of your shirt? Can we get a price point from one of your PR managers over there at the Cartel?
We'll take an email for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I love the Cartel. I need to get a Cartel shirt. And two, is there anybody you are dying to fight? Anybody you're like, fuck this guy, whether he's kind of famous or not?
In the UFC, you're saying like someone I want to
Just
fight.
anyone in general, yeah.
It can be anyone, but UFC guy too. If you got someone you want to make it known.
I don't know, man. I don't focus on these motherfuckers too much. I just kind of do my thing, and there's definitely some like dream matchups out there in the UFC someday, but I gotta earn those. But nah, man, whoever they put in front of me is the most important. You know what I mean? I just kind of focus on the next one. So
Who's in
whoever
that
it
weight
is,
class?
that's who it is.
You taking down Islam? Let's go.
He's a big boy.
Who's
bro.
in your weight
That's
class in
Nick's
the
guy.
UFC?
That's all Nick right there.
Who's
Who's
your
in my weight class?
Yeah.
Max Holloway,
Okay.
Alex Volkanovski,
Okay, yeah.
Calvin.
Okay.
couple apps.
Would you ever? Could that ever happen?
Yeah,
Like you versus
why not?
Calvin?
Nah.
Yeah, you guys just wouldn't take that.
That can't be. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Cartel can't be fighting each other. Fuck that.
It kind of works out perfectly where like by the time I'm
Up
at
there,
a
he's
spot
coming
where I
out.
could be fighting him, he'd probably be done. You know what I mean?
That
So,
does work
Perfect,
out.
It
perfect.
just takes you as a
he better be
retirement
done,
fight.
motherfucker.
He's a
Yeah,
tough
if you
fucker.
did that, that would like turn into like a WWE style. Like you guys would have to do like a new world order, like split up the Cartel.
Oh, it'd be fucking crazy. Man. I'm
Build
taking
up the
Nick.
hype.
Now, when Tommy Pags is not in the octagon, what is he doing? What's the best
Man.
off octagon thing? I usually off ice, off the
Yeah,
court.
I'm gonna say, are you a streamer? You
yeah.
got a nice little setup going on there. Pretty
I got
relaxing to
nice
look
little
at.
light. You like the light I got, man?
Yeah, you got the ring going on. I know you're taking pics.
It's my girlfriend's light. I'm stealing it from her. You're letting me know that right now. It's mine. Nah, man. Outside of fighting and training, I'm fucking not much, man. I like motorcycles. Tyson hates it, but I ride my bike around a lot.
What do you drive? I got a 2021 Street Glide. Road Glide,
Dude,
sorry. Street Glides are for cops.
I got a 2006 Triumph Daytona 675. It's like it's a sport bike,
Yeah.
but I want to get into the chopper scene, man. I'm looking at like some old Harleys, some 70s Harleys, and I kind of want to do a little chopper build soon, but we'll see. Got to win a few more fights, put some money aside because I want something
Love it.
good.
Yeah, we'll go for a ride sometime.
Let's do it.
Tyson, he was the coach of the year last year, right? In
Yeah.
MMA. What's kind of, things he allows and doesn't allow? Just give us some. I'm always curious of Tyson. I think he's just what he's built up in New
Yeah, he's
England,
an
which
animal.
isn't known as, a fighting capital of like, where these California and Florida camps are and all
But
of this.
it's turning into one.
Yeah,
it really
and
is.
he's doing it, and kind of why, and what's different about
What's
Tyson.
worked well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's just smart. You know what I mean? Compared to a lot of these, like, there's a lot of knuckleheads in the sport, man, and Tyson's not one of them. He kind of like revolutionized the idea around New England because there's a lot of talent here, man, and like everyone was just kind of fighting each other. All the best talent in New England was kind of just fighting each other, and it's almost like holding each other back. You know what I mean? We're taking each other out before we even get to the big show instead of working together.
Right.
So he kind of started that with Calvin and Rob. They were like back in the day supposed to fight each other. There was all these talks like who's number one because they were in the same weight at the time. And Tyson was like, no, like you guys should be working together, and it kind of brought them
makes sense.
together.
Very smart.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
smart
really
motherfucker.
it, man. He's just He's a no ego type of guy. He listens. He puts the fighter before the business. Where a lot of these managers and coaches, it's business first and fighter second. And he makes it clear on day one that's not how it is with him. He'll give you the shirt off his back. There's a lot of nonsense that comes with him, a lot of goofballing, but man, he's a big teddy bear. He cares about all of us, and he has our best interest at heart.
Yeah, I'm always watching his Instagram stories. He's always fucking with you guys.
He's a fucking goofball, man, but I love him.
Are you also taking like the? I see you guys are like, what are you guys sponsored by? First Form supplements.
So that's like Calvin and Rob and Tyson. We me and Nick get the little like trickle down from that, but yeah they hook it up.
That's awesome.
Do you know anything about like the rough and rowdy stuff that Barstool does at all, or do you not pay attention to any of that shit?
I'm not too much of a Barstool guy.
Okay.
I mean, not that I have anything against it, but I don't follow it too much.
Fair.
Well, we just, I mean, Bobby Lang, the
heavyweight champion. Yeah, our champion of the podcast.
That's
fight
why
next week.
He's fighting the NFL player.
Yeah,
so.
Pac-Man Jones next week.
Oh, some like Jake Paul type shit.
Yeah. We want him to take out Jake Paul. It's the same size, and I'm telling you, he's got him.
Yeah, he's just a Ranger kid that we just he's been on a few times. He's a big fan of our podcast.
We were just curious if you guys are clued into what they're doing, but obviously, why the fuck would you be? It's really. Bobby boxes and he fights 3 1-minute rounds. These guys are MMA guy. Like
either way, I mean, you find it, you hear about
it. It's a different type of something. I'll leave you with this last question, Tom. All-time fight. If you had the first row at a UFC fight and there was 2 guys matching up and you had the front row, all-time fight, what would you want to see?
Past or present?
Yeah.
Oof, that's a tough one.
Calvin Kattar versus Rob Font.
I thought you were gonna say
what
that.
A call.
Set it up.
Who would win?
Shit, man.
You can't say that.
Can't say
Rob
that.
versus anyone to that belt, man. I just want to see my boys get to the top and get that title shot. So I think Calvin, he gets that title shot, or Rob gets the title shot, man. Front row, I'm there.
Would love to see it, man.
Are there any interesting like storylines in the UFC like as far as UFC fandom? Like what do you give a shit about? Like in all these big names kind of losing belts and everything. Does it? Do you care or what not? Or
yeah, I follow it, man. Like that's how I kind of got into this shit, man. I'm just a fan, and now I'm doing it. So I keep up with it. I'm a big fan of like Max Holloway. I like those guys. Sugar Sean O'Malley's doing his thing right now. He's showing the world he's legit. I'm excited for his next couple of fights, man. I kind of got like a similar build to him, similar style, so I like watching him.
He says he's not even a fan. He said he doesn't. I just listened to his Joe Rogan podcast. He was like, "Yeah, I really don't even watch the fights.
He's an interesting dude. He's an entertainer more than anything. Also, very good at fighting. Very good at fighting.
He's grown on me. Well, I like his coach Tim at the lab down there and wherever they are, Texas. That guy's a fucking animal. Like they get down to business. They just roll all day long, like nonstop.
Maybe you versus Sugar Sean, you take the belt from him one day. Like I could see that happening, man.
I gotta go down a weight class, but I'm down. Let's do it.
I
think
thought
he'll
he might be in your
someday.
weight class.
You going down a weight class, you'd be a fucking stick.
Yeah,
I know it'd be fucked up, man.
He's tall too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's like 5'11", but he's got like nothing to him. You know what I mean? He's just
that slender build. It's like that John Jones build. He was talking about it too. Like that is like that like I think ideal build for a UFC fighter.
John Jones is
like
he looks bigger
TJ
than
Hooker.
he is, like,
TJ Hooker with those Tempest kicks to the fucking stomach to stop that guy the other day. Like that was insane. That guy's an animal.
Who is it?
TJ Hooker.
TJ Hooker.
That's TJ Hooker.
Is it Dan Hooker?
Dan Hooker.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Who is
TJ Hooker's probably from like a fucking
I was like, did I miss one?
Magnum PI episode.
NCIS, I was gonna say.
Yeah, literally.
It's a show with William Shatner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm mixing everything up. But
Who's the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, right now?
Right now, I think you gotta say Islam. But the pound for pound rankings are fucking weird, man. Because it's like, I think they base it from the UFC standpoint. It's more like, what have you done in your whole career? And I think Kamaru Usman's still at the top of that list of like accolades, what they've done. But as far as like who's the best fighter, like skill wise, performance, I think it's got to be Islam.
Yeah.
It's tough though. He just won the belt, so Volkanovski's up there too.
He's a bad man. Volkanovski's a bad man.
He looks untouchable right now. I think that's going to be an awesome fight, man. I think he can pull it off. You heard it here first.
Oh yeah, right.
And I think that goes a lot with like because Volkanovski had a few losses, back in the day. It's like kind of like with Font and stuff. It's like losses kind of don't mean things if you don't learn from them and become a better fighter from them. And then I feel like the UFC relies heavily on kind of records and these undefeated records and
Streaks. What have you done
yeah,
for me
Khabib,
lately?
I mean,
What have you done
Khabib,
for me lately?
Which was great and deserved it and all that, but I feel like those early records and these certain records are just very not. They're misleading in terms of what shots you get and what you don't. You know what I mean? You don't see a
Yeah, I think in boxing you see a lot more of the like that O is really important. That
Yeah.
undefeated
yeah.
record in boxing. They'll feed you cans right up until you're 20-0, 21-0. Where MMA's kind of stepped away from that, where
Yeah.
it's kind of a loss isn't as like demoralizing in MMA.
It
you know what I
hurts in
mean?
the moment,
Still-
I'm sure, but then
Yeah,
you're like, fuck,
Yeah, you
we
can
got it
bounce
out of the
back,
way.
yeah.
I don't have so much fucking pressure
You're
on me
9 and
every
1,
night,
10
you
and
know?
1, still building that out. Like, yeah, you're.
I wouldn't want the
Yeah,
O.
man.
I wouldn't want that O looming over me. It kind of fucking probably
It's
sucks.
it's funny because I was talking this with a friend the other day. I compare it because I'm a big football guy. You look at college football, 1-2 loss, undefeated, like you're getting in the championship game. NFL, you could win the Super Bowl with like 7 losses.
Well, Tom
Yeah.
Brady's in
That's what I'm
the
saying.
Look at the
with
Pats.
UFC.
The worst one, the one that hurt the most was the one
9-7.
they were undefeated.
I was there. Idiot.
That one loss, it doesn't matter when it
I
comes.
know,
When
that
it
shit
comes, it
sucks.
hurts.
So I think I was in like 5th grade when that shit happened.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
fucking Christ.
Young gun.
Right? I know you were
I
saying,
just turned
you were saying-
31. I feel like an old geezer.
You were saying something about Spike, and you're like, "Yeah, I was like 9 years old." I was like, "I think I was like 12." dude. What the fuck?
Those were the good old days.
I don't want to.
You're good.
Who's your favorite person to train with in the gym? I'm just kind of curious. I know there's names after names. You know what I mean?
It's the Fury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like he
it's,
has a respect for Fury that's sneaky.
That's my guy, man. Nick's like that's my best friend, my main training partner. We do everything together. Yeah, man. Me and him, you put us in a room together, we get shit done. You put us on the same card together. We haven't lost ever fighting on the same card
Let's
together.
go.
Let's
So
fucking go.
That's
we gotta
a
get
betting.
that Boston
we
guarding card someday,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
Keep that in the back pocket.
If I was one of you guys, whoever like had the fight first, I'd just like go running out of the ring and scream at the other guy, be like, "You're next, you're next."
Dude, it's the fucking worst when you're in the back room. Like this last one, I headlined the last card we fought on. So Nick fought 2 fights before me, and I'm just sitting back there, and like he goes and does his thing. Rob stayed back with me, and he comes back like all excited. He's eating pizza in the back room. I'm looking, I'm like, man, that looks fucking awesome. Like, and I was
Yeah, you're
just-
He's
like
doing that on
starving,
purpose.
yeah.
Oh,
Probably gives you a little bit more like motivation to win. You know,
I
what
want
mean?
that
Oh, it
pizza.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's have the pizza party, boys. Let's go.
Who's the most underrated fighter over at the cartel right now that nobody knows about?
Oh, that's
Shit.
Is there, yeah, are there others that we don't know about?
yeah.
There's
Obviously.
always-
There's the 4 of us. We got these 2 kids. Me and Nick are kind of bringing up this kid Connor Hughes and Freddie Sphere. They're 2 amateurs right now. Connor just made his amateur debut. Freddie has 3 or 4 amateur fights. Tough kids, man, working hard. I think Connor's my age and Freddie's maybe a year or 2 younger than him. It's just that next generation, and it's kind of cool for me and Nick to kind of do what Rob and Cal did for us. We're kind of doing with these kids and bringing them in and kind of just making sure they're doing everything the right way and guiding them as much as we can. And they're
That's it.
killers, man.
That's how you keep the cartel running smooth. Like everyone's got to keep coaching.
And-
It
and-
can't end with them. You got to coach
Yeah,
next.
even when
You're
they
up
start-
Exactly. Now
I
it's
think
on
when-
those 2 to bring.
and you
another
got to
team.
win. Everyone's got to win too.
I think even when we were talking to Nick, like he was literally like fresh out of like coaching the class, and he was like, "This is honestly what I love doing when I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
fighting." Like I'm
Mostly
literally trying to teach and, like-
everyone we've talked to said they want to coach.
Yeah,
like down the
exactly.
line, that's like their aspiration.
Well,
when
even,
they're
Nick
done.
is
even
special,
when we were
though,
talking
man,
to
like-
Font, he was dropping your name and Nick's name, and
Yeah.
this was 2 years ago. This was 3.
Yeah.
At least a year,
Yeah.
maybe not.
No,
two,
we were in
but
the old studio.
I know, yeah.
I mean, with a
But
name
either
like
way.
Phenom, you're gonna get recognized, you know.
It's just funny how you guys are just looking out for each other and truly looking out for each other, and it's
Yeah,
a
it
great,
is
awesome
awesome.
culture.
Yeah,
I
man,
need a
our
cartel.
team's just,
show.
our team's just a small group of friends, pretty much, man. We're not one of those huge gyms that there's a bunch of bodies, bunch of egos. It's just a tight knit group of guys. We're like a little family, and it works for us.
Hell yeah, keep
Yeah,
on
right.
doing good things.
Tommy Pags, appreciate you coming on tonight, man, and best of luck with everything going forward. Really appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
man.
boy. Appreciate it. Hey, what are we drinking? Is that a Guinness? I
We got
see?
Guinness in here, yeah.
I like it. Good man. Good man.
Got the winter
All
vibes
right,
going.
boys.
We'll
Appreciate
see you.
it.
Hope
Have a good
hope
one,
to
guys.
see you fight in person soon. Hopefully.
We
Yes,
need to
sir,
get down
real
there.
soon.
You guys need to help us train it. We need to become killers. We're joining the
Do it.
team.
Set it up, man. Set it up.
Have a good
All right,
night.
thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Have a good one, boys.
Peace.
The new year is almost here, and if you're looking to shed off some holiday pounds before beach season, well, look no further and head on down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts. Owned and operated by our guy, Quincy legend, Craig Kelly. You will be assured that you are getting the best training around. They believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training and have been leading the charge at their state-of-the-art fitness facility since 2020. Their staff is actively enriching the lives of members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. They're helping you to get in shape and teaching you how to maintain your health and fitness. Group fitness classes as well as one-on-one personal training sessions are available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com and also follow them on Instagram at slightedgefitness and set up a consultation today. If you're looking to get back in shape or trying to get a slight edge on the competition, this gym is for you. Check out Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, located at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Massachusetts, and tell them the boys from Steele Nazz sent you. And that was member of the New England Cartel, MMA fighter Tommy Pags. Thank God he didn't make me go full on his last name. Just great guy, the Phenom. Seems like him and Nick Fury seem to be getting on the right track.
Every time Nick Fury was brought up, I was like, do we ever this wrong? Is this an Avenger?
Or is it that kid in Wollaston? Yeah.
I was trying to remember Nick Fury's nickname, and of course it's the Fury.
The Fury. Yeah, that's what we brought to him. But great stuff from him. Seems like
We gave him that?
I don't know. We have to go back and check out the notes. But it was good to see him talking about Calvin, Rob, learning from them. Seems like he's up and at 'em with his 5-1 record. And you know what? New England MMA is at an all-time high, I think. So it's great to see.
It's beyond that.
Speaking of an all-time high, the United States of America soccer team advances.
That's debatable.
to the Sweet
USA.
16
USA.
and World Cup action. I'm not big on soccer watching it, but Antan's here. He requested that this is the headline over the Patriots, and I agree with them. You get the floor, Antan. Let's go.
I mean, first of all, you're an idiot.
Why?
The USA is not the same USA we saw 8 years ago. They're not.
What did I even say?
Dude,
Kind of rolling.
you
You
just
see
said
that guy's
they suck?
shirt?
No, I just said USA as a country kind of on the
We are-
downfall.
Well,
Magic,
we're
go
ta-
fuck yourself,
we're-
you
we're-
fucking commie
we're-
bastard,
we're-
dude. Literally, you can go
We're
fuck yourself.
talking about a
really
soccer
badly.
team who has everybody playing overseas. I mean, I think we're cheating a little bit because half our team is like naval air base, like army people who are playing in the Netherlands, playing in Germany.
You ain't cheating,
playing
you ain't
whatever.
trying.
Hey,
No,
couldn't,
no, it's
couldn't
not-
agree more.
No, I mean, whatever. Whatever.
What
But-
are their,
also,
what are their chances
also
against the Netherlands?
Also,
I-
the game versus England was an embarrassment that no one scored a goal. I was kind of pissed off about that.
police
but
An
ring
embarrassment
the
for
bell.
we
England.
took Iran down one more
Please
time,
Please
baby.
ring the bell. You know what? I was gonna.
Well said.
When you asked me to do a video, I was gonna say take this under, and I fucking didn't. And I whatever.
What was it, 2?
Who knows what it was, but it
Oh.
was 1-0. But you know what? This USA team can play with these teams. This Netherlands team is
Who did they play in there? their group?
Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar.
Some team that's out. Yeah.
I forget. But
Is England really good?
England's a good team.
England,
top,
and they have one of the best
top
teams
7
they've
team
ever
in the
had.
world.
They're
Okay.
top.
So I think we have a shot if we stuck around with England.
Yeah, I think,
No.
0-0 might have been the best 0-0 tie in the United States history.
As of right now, depending what they do with it, yeah, and the fact that we had either Ecuador or Netherlands, I think we got to. So this is hard because Ecuador, the way U.S. plays, we're very susceptible to the counter attack. Ecuador's fast on their counter, so they don't. I don't think we would have matched up as well against them. I think England will handle them fine. I think we can beat the Netherlands. They haven't really hit their stride, so it's either have they not hit their stride yet, or are they not as good as people think?
I'm disappointed that your monologue hasn't come up. I'm definitely a tier 2 soccer fan, but Matt Turner has been unbelievable for this team.
He's a good goal stopper. He's made the stops he's needed to do. We've only scored 2 goals.
What did he do? He went all the way for the New England Revolution, best team in the league.
I don't care. About
Gets
that.
his money bag. Is the backup goalie in Arsenal. I'm sorry, if you're the backup goalie for Arsenal,
And Emilio Martinez.
you're getting laid every night.
Whatever.
Facts.
Whatever.
At least you should be.
No,
bro.
I mean,
The soccer guys. Soccer guys.
Most of these
They
players
clean up over there. They clean it up there.
I don't know if Matty Turner cleans up. I take it back.
I mean, our Tyler
hope
Adams
he
is our
doesn't.
captain. He's 23 years old. We have the youngest team in the World Cup. But like,
I don't love that. Well,
what's it,
I heard they were gassed yesterday against Iran.
and they're the oldest team.
What does that say?
It
We're the
doesn't say
youngest. They
shit.
were the
It's
oldest.
hot as
We
shit
got
in
gassed.
Iran. We
My-
didn't get gassed.
It's gonna be hot all the time.
My big thing looking at this team is, first game 1-1, second game 0-0, third game 1-0. They're not scoring goals.
Okay.
They're not scoring goals.
I mean, that's soccer, though.
You guys are trying to give me the
But there's a
lead,
lot
and,
of
and then you're both
expecting, like, 5-0.
speaking, and you don't know. And yeah, that is, you're right though. You are right. And it's if you take out Weah, the striker, and Pulisic, and this is where he's big, is he's playing on that big stage daily with Chelsea. He can score those goals, but if you shut those two down, who's gonna be that guy who's gonna create those chances? Who's gonna bother those center backs? How are we gonna create these runs on these real teams?
That Pulisic guy, that's the guy who had his nutsack land on
Oh my god,
Iran goalie's
this is such an overrated
drum set.
I'm so fucking upset about this. It's like they made it seem like he gave his life to score that goal.
He did.
For US. No, he
He
did
gave
not.
it all.
He did not. Wait, this isn't hockey where you have a bunch of pads and whatever. You can skate around and fly around and whatever, be a big giant pussy. This is I mean, he scored the goal and he finished the half and he came out and that's fine. But he didn't he scored a goal. He did what he had to do.
10 a.m. Where's the spot to watch this game?
He posted his Instagram
Banshee.
story in a hospital bed.
Okay.
It looked like he was dead.
Who cares?
So what does he have? One ball now?
That'd be sick.
Not really.
That'd be that
He
one.
gave his ball for America. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I gave his ball for America. I took the words right out of my mouth.
You know how much sex that guy's had? That's our best player. He's Captain America.
I want to interview these guys to know if
Is
they're
he the
fucking.
second coming of Landon Donovan?
He's
better.
He's it's not even this
The
US.
soccer players fuck?
Shut up.
I'm asking the hard-hitting question.
I think what people don't realize is how much better this USA team is than it ever has been in the past.
They have him. Who they have? They have him, and is it Keegan Bradley? They're
Keegan Bradley.
no, the
That's a golfer.
not Keegan.
Is it gonna hurt you if they lose Saturday?
Yeah.
Clint Dempsey. They have him and Clint Dempsey
Clint
doing
Dempsey
They're
fucking does not
commentating.
play anymore.
No, they commentate before the game.
Clint
And-
Dempsey's
and
a
Landon Donovan.
great
And
commentator.
then Landon Donovan. And they actually speak
No, and-
very
and-
highly, and they go right into the depth of what's wrong with the United States soccer team. And they're actually, I think they're pretty good. To your point,
No, yeah, and Sergino Dest from the Netherlands. We're playing the Netherlands. His dad was on the airbase in the Netherlands. Great. He's gonna be a key factor. He's like a defensive mid. He controls a lot of the ball. Our center backs have been great. We have the Walker Zimmerman and fucking
chances we see
big
you at the
toe.
Irish pub at 10 a.m. After a
Yeah, where
bender.
do we go watch this? game?
I'm not watching it with either of you the way you're being annoying.
I'll be in South Carolina
Um,
getting my game. I'm not watching this.
yeah, I mean, our center backs have been great. Weston McKennie is he shows up in big moments. He plays in big moments. If Pulisic doesn't play, I'm gonna be. I mean,
Can I get a? Can I
Come
get
on,
a?
let me get one more of those.
Can I get a World Cup favorite currently?
I think it
You
has
got to
to
be rooting for
France.
Brazil, right?
Brazil.
I'm rooting for Brazil.
Money's on Brazil.
I think-
Portugal was looking good versus Uruguay.
but
Damn
Neymar,
right.
Neymar's hurt, so it depends if he comes back.
Well, Lionel Messi, they got upset the first
They
game.
they
but
just beat Poland
but
handedly.
they're coming back.
I like Spain. But again, we're playing Netherlands. They have if you used to play FIFA back in the day, they had Van Persie, Schneider, and
Yeah,
Van der Vaart.
Netherlands was always a good.
They're
big
the
favorite
opposite
of
now. They have Van Dijk back there, Van der Ligt, and Verstegen as their golie. They're not. I love Malen as
I
a
think this is a
striker.
game of two non-real factor teams that don't.
No, I
They're
think
not going to get where they need to go.
What's the final score of this game?
But,
Matt?
I mean, if USA wins this game, it's huge for the country.
I think this is gonna be bet this and if I win,
They're plus 380 dogs.
I think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw
Is that possible?
going into penalties.
Wait, is this not one and done
And then
here?
it goes to
No.
overtime.
It goes
Oh.
to penalties.
So it's a draw, and then it goes to overtime.
Gotcha.
It's weird. Soccer's weird.
No, that's fine.
I think
I was going to say, like, it can end in a tie.
I mean, this Netherlands defense, like Van Dijk was 2 years. I think it was 2 years ago. He was a Ballon d'Or finalist as a defender. That's like an offensive lineman trying to be the NFL MVP. Not maybe that's an extent, but that's kind of it. Like Messi was like, I don't want to fucking have to face this guy. He's not the same player he was, but he's still very good. He's the Liverpool center defender.
This is
Who
my
wins in penalty kicks?
This is my hot.
I don't know.
Anyone?
This is my hot take of the night. Hot take of the night. 0-0 dog shit game. Very boring. Matt Turner, unbelievable in penalty kicks. USA advances.
Cool.
Boom.
I think
Take
that
the
was
draw.
just a terrible.
Take the
take.
draw plus 280.
If you didn't watch that Iran game today,
I was at work.
Yesterday, yeah.
and weren't entertained, then I mean I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
They took down Iran once again.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You stole that from Craig.
Damn right I will.
I mean, but
And that's
yeah.
on that's on
The
recording.
Netherlands is either gonna show that they're much better than us, or that they're not as good as everybody thinks. They haven't really been the team that everybody
Let's
thinks
go
they
Portugal, also
are.
Brazil.
Fuck you.
Also Brazil. Those are my two dogs in the fight.
Well, Brazil's the favorite.
Good.
Speaking of favorites, has now turned a little bit into the Minnesota Vikings as we move on into
They suck.
into football Americano. The 9-2 Minnesota Vikings took down the Patriots last week, 33-26. Instant thoughts since I gave Matt kind of that whole monologue
I
deal.
did. You gave me shit.
I literally said you have the floor.
All right. You have the floor, and now I'm gonna talk the whole time like you did.
I did not talk. I literally just
You and Mike just talked.
Stop crying.
Yeah, stop crying, Matt. God damn it.
Interject him.
Mac
Throw
Jones.
him off his game.
Mac Jones came out firing in this game. First half going in the third quarter, played well, and then they kind of went to bed in the fourth quarter like they have been doing against good teams. They've played three, I would say, pretty good teams this year in Miami. I think Baltimore's good despite their loss over the weekend, and Minnesota's 9-2, one of the top teams in the NFC. They have not showed up in the fourth quarter against any big team in the NFL so far. I was giving Mac Jones a lot of shit on this show last week. Played exceptionally well first three quarters. Couldn't handle the end. Was that a catch?
Couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle in the end. Couldn't handle in the fourth quarter. Couldn't do it.
No,
These guys get. I'm starting the timer. They get 3 minutes. If the quarterback can't handle it, they don't deserve more than that.
No, but the thing is, it's the play calling. It's. We don't have Brady, so.
Brady's gone, but he might
Brady-
be coming
Brady's
back.
picking up-
Actually,
Oh,
he might be coming back.
No, but okay.
Wouldn't that be something?
Don't
Don't give up on your
the play
exes.
calling.
That's what that means.
It's not just free
Send the
reign,
nudes.
It's just not free reign. Everybody that rooted for Bailey Zappi, I hope you fucking just don't become. I hope you're not a Patriots fan anymore. You don't deserve. To
I
be
love
one.
Bailey Zappi.
We want
Yeah,
Zappy.
thank you. Proves my fucking point. You are fucking retarded. You're an idiot. You
Hey,
fucking
hey,
don't
watch
deserve
that
to-
word.
Hey, watch your
Watch
mouth.
that
Fucking
word.
fuck. You're the worst. You're the worst.
Can you talk about football and not call
No,
people
no.
names?
that up.
You just don't deserve to be
You
even
look like you're convulsing.
You gonna have
Because
any,
this.
are you gonna have any analysis of the game, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna keep
no.
name calling?
I'm just saying.
Dak
Anybody
played great.
the fans booing Mac Jones. Do you think if this kid even becomes a good quarterback, you think he's gonna stay here after that contract's up?
No way.
We lost him.
We're getting Tom back.
Yeah, no, that's 4 years from now. And
Here's the. It comes back to this description.
Bailey Zappi
Mac
sucks.
came in. He's a young stud, but he ain't fucking us right. He's not. I mean, I can't. Can I describe it better? Tom gave us the best sex of our lives. We want him back. We're begging. He gave us a whiff of his ass, and we're like, oh, Tom's coming back. Fuck Mac and fuck Bailey.
Back on the game, the Vikings.
We want Tom.
What I took from this game is Justin Jefferson, probably the best receiver in the NFL.
no.
If you didn't know it that week, now you know.
Disagree.
Top three. All right, top three. Sorry,
Yeah,
Matt.
fine,
Your
fine.
stance.
Who are the top three?
Matt
Let's
literally
name
just
them.
talked
Let's
for a
name
minute.
them.
Julio Jones had an unbelievable catch.
Well, he's not even in the top.
It's DeAndre Hopkins. It's Cooper Kupp.
DeAndre Hopkins, that's who I meant to say.
Cooper Kupp, get out of here, dude. That was so last year. We got Devontae Adams. We have Justin Jefferson, and I would probably say, to your point, I mean, you're going threes here. Jamar Chase when healthy, because you saw how good that team is when he's back.
You're wrong. I just gave you my.
But I try to give you an analysis to talk about this game, and you spent a minute name calling.
Because you're just so fucking wrong. It just drives me insane. We just like. If I'm Mac Jones, like fuck everybody. I'd almost want to suck and then just go to another team and then be good. Like,
But honestly, like if he can't handle the Pats fans switching up on him like he doesn't have good mental fucking stability.
Because he got hurt and we had a little fucking Western Kentucky fucking loser.
I'm just saying, if he can't handle fucking fans
you
hating
get-
on him,
if-
where
if
can he? Where does he want to go play? In
If you
Jacksonville?
get booed,
Where does he want to play?
If you got booed,
Philly will eat him alive. I mean, if he goes to any
if you
good
got
team,
booed for nothing, for throwing an interception, you know how many fucking interceptions? Matt Stafford won the Super Bowl. How many? He led the league in interceptions.
maybe Mac Jones belongs in L.A. They'll take care of him. They'll treat him nice out there.
Maybe in Detroit, where you were just mentioning the point, because that's where people go.
Well,
to
no,
die.
I could see Mac doing okay in L.A.
Sure, Mac Jones isn't like
He could.
he's
He'd
not
be
a pussy.
fine
I'm
there.
just saying down the line.
He'd be
I
fine,
would
but he won't be a
remember-
legend.
I'd
He
remember
won't be a
those boos.
legend.
I'd remember those boos.
What he did well the other day was he got rid of the ball.
He was 24 for 27 for
He
246.
was great.
Whatever it was.
He was great. But
That's pretty damn good.
The fourth quarter, when it came down to it, they needed to play. They needed that one last drive.
It's a play
couldn't
call.
help him.
That's just no trust.
And I'm not saying it's all on him. The play calling, the offensive line, the quarterbacks have been an issue. The receivers haven't gotten open. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, when you look at all of that, you're looking at the quarterback first,
Sure.
and that's what's happening.
Sure, but it's not Zapp. He's not the answer. So shut up.
I think we're past that. Yeah, I mean, Zach.
I'm
No
not
one,
even
no
talking
one,
about
no one
Zapp's-
was the answer.
Not talking about Zappy this week.
No one was the
I'm
answer
not over
here.
Zappy. I'm just not.
No
over
one's
it.
the answer. Here.
Speaking of, I want to get to Magic's point. Another game during the week. The Browns, without Deshaun Watson for the last week, upset the Buccaneers. Buccaneers go to 5-6. Tom Brady's unhappy, still leading the NFC South. But could we see Tom Brady back in New England?
Zero chance.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
I don't think-
Tom's
I can see it
fragile. He's
happening.
vulnerable right now. He's lost a lot in crypto. He's going through it. His new girl is not fucking him as good either. His new girl is hot, sexy.
Who's his new girl?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa.
He went to Tampa. He fucked her good. We all were like, damn, he moved on to a better situation, and not so much.
If Tom came back.
Tom's falling apart at the seams. He lost his wife. He lost a lot in crypto and credibility. The Tampa sucks again. He lost Antonio Brown saying he wants to fight. He lost a friend.
Did you see Antonio Brown send a?
He's got to
picture of
come
his
back.
wife?
He's got to.
Antonio Brown has completely lost it.
Imagine Tom Brady coming back to that "I'm Coming Home" song.
It would be
It
unbelievable.
would be electric.
Oh, it would
Bringing up Antonio Brown.
It's a good business career move for him to come back.
Just want to say right away, BC ended their season, I think, at 3-7.
in Flowers. Yeah,
like really
broke a lot
bad.
of records.
Zay Flowers,
He broke records.
unbelievable.
He broke records.
He was great this year. He should
broke
be.
his-
Hey,
That's
shout out,
my dog.
shout out AJ Dillon too. Just had
Yeah, AJ Dillon is
baby on the way.
Yep,
baby on the way. Shout out AJ Dillon.
Dylan party for 3.
Despite BC playing awful, we have some bright spots this week in the Boston College football
Dude,
world.
they even had some good games this year. Like they had some close games. Like they have been battling. With,
They were
with Zay
awful.
Flowers. No, I'm
They were
telling.
awful.
No, they've had some games where they
They've
actually
been
showed.
so bad.
They showed a little bit of
If
light.
you're 3-7 in college football, you suck.
Dude,
They
had
lost
some
to
close
Rutgers
games.
in the opening game.
That's all right. I
Hey.
watched it. I watched every game. Zay Flowers is my
Zay
dog.
Zay
I
Flowers,
respect
my
that
dog,
take,
too.
Showtime.
Their offensive line was bad. Their quarterback got hurt. It was just a lost cause.
I
but you
said
know
they
what?
had fucking sparks, all right? I
Zay-
didn't say they were good. I said I saw signs of fucking pretty good
Zay-
football,
Zay
and
Flowers
it wasn't humiliating to
He
watch.
broke the
I liked it.
record for BC for most touchdowns in a season and
Most receptions, most yards.
just like
he has every
everything.
single
Just
record.
like
yeah,
I'm
everything.
just saying the season and then
Retire fucking 8. That's all I gotta say. 4, excuse me.
So he goes to the NFL now, obviously.
yeah.
First round pick.
First round.
Late first round.
Late first round. That's our
Yeah,
fucking
and-
dog.
and
We're
maybe-
going to his
maybe-
games. Like,
maybe even
look,
better.
I got to take him tuna fishing this summer too. Like, I got to do it before he has. He
we
said
should
he was
go
big
fishing.
into
Secure the
fishing.
bag
Oh,
before
no,
he's gone.
No, that's my dog, literally.
Moving on into this week's game, big time Thursday night. Buffalo Bills, after absolutely shit stomping us in the divisional wild card, whatever round of the playoffs, visits New England at 6-5. This seems like a game
Tonight, right?
Thursday night, tomorrow night.
Fuck.
Seems like a game
Thought it was Thursday.
Patriots kind of need to have here to keep up in the playoff race, as everyone won last week. Patriots remain the 8th seed in the AFC. 7 seeds get in. What are your thoughts, Matt, on this game?
This is one of the easier bets of the year.
I don't like that. I don't like the words of that because I know where he's going.
I think Matthew Judon has 3.5 sacks tomorrow. I think Josh Allen gets contained. Stephon Diggs will do his damage. I think that's where they switch it up. They don't let him fucking beat us on the legs. If he does, it sucks. It's annoying. It's frustrating. Our defense looks tired. Our defense looks like they did last year at the end of the season. But I just think we beat the Bills. We cover.
I feel like
good teams win, great teams cover.
I feel like
I'm not saying we're gonna beat the Bills, but I think I don't think I know. Patriots are covering 4.
to a point where I mentioned earlier that 3 top teams that the Pats have played this year, their defense hasn't played a full 4 quarters, and you know what? That's kind of a shame for me to them because they've played so great this year. But it's going to be tough playing a good 4 quarters against that juggernaut of an offense and Josh
They're not
Allen,
playing
Stephon
well either,
Diggs,
though.
Gabe Davis. Well, it's all about the turnover battle in this game for me. Whoever turns over the ball most in this game will lose this game.
Does this not have there's gonna be 3 fucking? There's gonna be. I would say what's the over under on the turnover? You bet it. I would put it at 3.5, and I take the over.
What's the I think the weather tomorrow is probably 50 and cloudy, not.
It's
not too
fine.
bad.
Imagine if the wind was like tonight.
Oh boy,
Ugly.
Who doesn't know?
No, I mean that would favor the Bills majorly.
Nick
I
Fol-
think, right?
No,
No,
Josh Allen?
It would figure,
Ramondre.
How?
because we're ground and pound. They're let's lay
Well,
it
Josh
out.
Allen can run, right?
Yeah, but then if you key on the quarterback,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
easier
yeah.
to key on the running back.
You're right. You're right.
They don't. Have,
Well, I can promise you, Mac Jones can't throw in this one.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No offense to him, but
No, I just
major offense.
It's
to him.
going to come down to, I think, a touchdown, and I think it's going to be a lot like last week where the Patriots need to finish the job, whether it's, stopping them in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter on defense, or Mac in the offense that need to go score a touchdown on offense. I think it's a touchdown game. I'm taking the Bills, unfortunately, 27-20.
I see. I hate. I hate this score. I can't. I don't even try on the scores.
Just throw some numbers.
I don't like this.
it's
It
just
really
it's
really
just a
matters.
spread. It's
It
just-
comes down to who you pick.
For the law offices of Patrick J. Foley picks, it's just spreads this week because we're doing our Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Throwing them
I mean,
out
it's the easiest bet in the world. The Pats are covering. The Patriots are covering.
No chance.
You know what? Fine.
points.
Lock of the league.
Is there a sound for it? Milk challenge.
You got milk challenge it?
The milk. The milk is on fire.
Patriots cover. Milk challenge.
Wow. We're 0-1 against the Bills. And
He always picks the coldest times. That you're getting milked, my friend.
Getting the eggnog out.
I've never beat the milk, so
Tis the season to get milked.
Just saying.
I was thinking that the other day.
Antan is screwed.
The video of you is going to resurf. Here comes Magic Mike.
Yep.
It's gonna
Well,
resurf
it's a
pretty
great
soon.
time of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Couple weeks.
Fuck! Imagine if I
Couple
fought him
weeks.
rough and rowdy and came out to here comes.
Oh.
Fuck! Fuck!
Oh, wow.
Season's beatings.
So
Portnoy, you're lucky. I
so
didn't
you
give
have the
that
Pats
for free.
covering. You have them winning.
covering.
Covering.
The milk's to cover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
but
fair.
do you think they're going to win? No
He-
milk.
he-
No, I think I think they're gonna cover.
All right, so that's it. All right. He's on to Cincinnati.
That's a better.
Yeah.
That's a better.
What about you? You think the Bills?
Bills.
Bills.
Score
Too much firepower.
26-5.
I think it's more
How
of
about
a,
that?
I think it's more of,
26-7.
and it's kind of weird being on the other side
So
of
we're
it.
gonna safety the Bills and field goal the Bills.
I know. I just threw out numbers.
24-5. That'd be an all-time.
26-5. It could happen.
That's a scoregami.
It's,
Could
no,
happen,
that's
yeah.
not scoregami, but that's just like an.
It's
could
definitely
be.
a scoregami.
Yeah, there's no way that's happened.
There's no way that's happened.
Imagine.
On the, just this game looks like to me, and it's weird being on the other side of it. Is the Bills have kind of been there before and have done that. Well, the Patriots on the other side, they're pretty young on offense when it comes to their weapons. Defense, they're a little bit more mature, but it's gonna be a tough game to get it done. Our guy,
What is the weather tomorrow? Should we check that?
It's
Or-
Also,
it-
breaking
it-
news!
it-
Breaking news!
Uh-oh.
Quincy got their power back. Come on.
Hey.
I don't give a fuck.
And breaking news! Wait, can we get a story update? Do you get any more text from that?
Yeah.
message?
No, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Whoever that is
well-
gonna have to sit with that.
Oh, we'll FaceTime.
I don't
him.
wanna
Oh,
know
way
who
to
it is.
FaceTime, way to shove it to him.
Yeah. Who knows who it could be?
What else we got on the plate? Celtics.
Keep your girlfriend on a
Bruins?
leash.
Celtics, Bruins both lead in their respective leagues. Tuned into the game last night. Taylor Hall, 2 goals against the Lightning. They seem like they can't be stopped. 13 straight wins at home is an NHL record. They're at home against the defending Stanley Cup champions in the Colorado Avalanche Saturday night. I want this
Well,
streak
that's a
to
must go,
continue
right?
to keep
That's
going.
a must go.
Linus Olmark is out for the foreseeable future. Our guy Swayman is in. Been playing pretty well. Got a win over the Stanley Cup appearance team, Tampa Bay Lightning for the second time this season. 18-3. What is there else to say more than that?
Is
great to see.
I'll ask real quick just to be devil's advocate. Is Swayman like a little bit more worrisome than the Omar guy?
I'd say
The way they're playing now.
I'd say a little bit, but it's kind of. I feel like it's contagious.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both hitting their strides, and the way this defense that you haven't seen a team in the Boston Bruins play like this defensively in probably a decade.
You haven't seen a team like this play ever.
No. And I think there's more pieces that are going to come too.
I want to hit on the Bruins.
I
There's
want to see
nothing
Patty
bad you
Kane.
can say. There's nothing bad you can say about the Bruins.
Is that possible?
Don't make a bet. Don't make a move. Why fucking fuck shit up? And
well, if you're bringing a name like that, I don't.
he's-
How could you?
He's 30-something.
Yeah, he's 34. We really don't need a playmaker or a goal scorer.
And
We're embarrassing teams.
And literally, I'm gonna go fucking. If we go,
They'd be giving up defensive players, I'm pretty sure.
If we translate to the Celtics right now, I'm just gonna go completely against that. I'm literally watching Robert Williams fucking train on the sideline over there. I just start whatever. Get him out, or sit him till there's 10 games left.
Live update 97-94 Boston Celtics
in the
over
third
Celt-
quarter.
yeah, in the third quarter.
Let Robert
Barn
Williams
burner.
sit until there's 10 games left in the season. Give him his warm up, and then let him play the playoffs. 'Cause
That's
that
my
guy
only-
is gonna get hurt.
That's my only question about the Celtics. They've been playing really good offensively, and don't get me wrong, I think
Their defense will
they've won
come
like
together.
9 to 10. Their defense will come around, but I mean they're still letting up. Despite winning
Doesn't matter.
145 the other night, to 110.
They're winning. Brogdon was like exactly what they needed.
Brogdon is everything that Kemba Walker couldn't be.
Brogdon is a phenomenal.
He's
player.
unbelievable.
And he shoots his free throws. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's what they need against. Golden
He's a
State
team
last year.
player. He's what.
Never mind.
Yeah.
We get Gallinari back. We get the Time Lord back. But Time Lord's gonna get hurt, and the Time Lord is the championship piece.
I
He's
said it
Time
last
Lord.
year. I said it last week. Sam Hauser, man, guys a unit, hitting threes, playing defense. Love to see it.
I have
You have hate on him.
yeah, but for no reason.
Okay, good.
So
Luke Cornett.
I have hate on him just because he
Yep.
annoys me.
Yep.
But I want, and it's the exact opposite. There's no reason to switch up to the Celtics team right now. But I would love to see Robert Williams and Jaylen Brown go for Carl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna fucking keep saying that trade.
You've been saying it forever. Carl Anthony Towns of Boston.
I want it.
We have Rob Williams. I mean,
I'd even take
Breaking news here, guys.
what do you got?
Crunch?
Can I try it?
Yeah,
That
delicious.
looks good.
No.
Delicious.
That looks good.
Absolutely delicious.
We'll get a little bit away from the sports.
Wait, I wanted one question.
Yeah, what's up?
Better chance of winning the final,
They-
Celtics
they
or
They
Bruins?
have a
Celtics.
100% chance both teams.
Celtics.
NHL's just too.
Celtics a better chance.
NHL's just too very.
Now
variable.
the question: who do you want to see win more? It's Bruins, and it's no question. This is their last hurrah.
No.
The Celtics have way more opportunities. This is their last hurrah for the Bruins. This is it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
You're losing. You're
I feel like it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of the last hurrah, maybe for the Celtics.
No,
too.
no way. You got your young guys. No, you're good, man.
I mean,
You got a handful of years left.
No, shut up.
What if some of the big names
Tastes like shit.
Wow, these guys don't know fucking good booze.
That didn't taste like.
It doesn't taste like Captain
No,
Crunch.
it's
if that's
a-
what
it's
it,
like the fucking milk of
No,
the
it's a
bowl.
it
beer.
tastes delicious. I would drink this all day, every day.
Maybe we pour a fucking 6-pack of that.
But
until
what
we
if
got-
if Tatum and
That's
Jalen
what I do instead of a milk.
if Tatum and Jalen
That's a
Brown
waste of beer.
don't complete the championship and get close again, and they just don't look like the guys that can get it done?
Well,
Does that not
they
blow
are-
up
that
the
does
team?
not look like that.
They
Does
are
not
the,
look like that's gonna happen.
Anything can happen though.
Ooh, anything's
They-
possible.
I
There
mean,
you go. I see where you
last
are.
last
No,
year
no,
they didn't
no,
look like the
no,
guys who can complete the last step.
Mike, you asked who has a better chance. Adam's
Yeah,
not
you're
saying
right.
either one.
I'm just saying, and you're
I
saying
said
it's the
Celt-
last hurrah for the Bruins. I'm saying it could be for the Celtics
I
too.
said Celtics. Craig, I have a question for you. You better not leave.
I'm right there.
All right.
We have.
So
I mean, I'm
so
just
we're
saying
transitioning-
Both have.
Oh.
What are the betting odds? I bet they're both under 7 plus 7.
oh yeah, they're both definitely got to be close to favorites.
Yeah.
if not the favorite.
No, the Celtics can't be the favorites.
I think Celtics probably just about the favorites,
No.
if not the Warriors. Well, like the Warriors are playing mediocre basketball right now.
NBA though is just like nobody cares right now.
No, I legit don't care until football's over. Craig, Showtime Craig. Sports on the back
Showtime
burner right
Hines,
now.
sorry.
You just returned from
That's a
Hawaii.
Mr.
I want to hear a little bit
Showtime.
about your Hawaii trip. I think it's worth-
Hawaii out of 10 is a million. The place is fucking unbelievable.
Overrated.
Every single beach there is fucking gorgeous. All the names of the breaks are just like the different surf spots you can go to. Every single surf spot's insane. Those guys are fucking out of their minds. Like the coral you're surfing in is like a foot and a half underneath you. So if you bail out and fall, you literally get absolutely fucking wrecked on it. People were just body surfing, boogie boarding it.
Get any golf out there?
Yeah, I did hit a golf course.
Did you go hunting? What do they hunt out there?
No, the
goats.
the access deer on Lanai.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go out there. I didn't do any island hopping, but next time I do go out, I will do that. But yeah, it's fucking absolutely gorgeous out there. Fucking
Food?
girls out there, food
Talent?
out there.
How's the talent?
Everything.
What's
Fucking
the talent
bars,
like?
The
Like,
fucking,
break down the talent for
when
me.
I say literally the most beautiful girls you've ever seen in your entire
Does
life,
anyone
it's
not
insane.
wear a thong bikini? I am curious on that.
Literally no, and every girl's jacked. Every fucking guy's. It's fucking absolutely insane.
Showtime.
Just everyone's beautiful.
Do I-
Everyone's
So it's
tanned
San
up.
Diego.
Do I
Okay.
have to spell it out? You crashed a golf cart.
Yeah.
We can't talk about that for 7 years, and then we'll get back to that. We can revisit that
Open
story. in a
case.
while.
If you haven't crashed a golf cart, then you haven't golfed.
Yeah, I went down like a 50
Well
foot. I
said.
went down a 50-foot cliff though.
50 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should see the picture. It's nuts.
Yeah, I might honestly get the golf cart tattooed on me. Yeah, you'll see an update of it with a legit skeleton.
He's
Were you
still
hammered or just took a bad
They-
turn?
Nah,
What-
honestly, the
What
golf cart lost control.
what's my record against the
honestly.
milk?
Say less.
What's my record?
You're
against
0-3.
All right.
He's so fucked. He's milking himself.
if I go
One way or the other, he's
if
gonna be milking
If I
himself.
go 0 and 8, 8's my favorite number. I'm gonna get a tattoo of a milk carton on me.
You're
I choose my milks. Well,
you already counting this week as a loss? You're gonna 0-4?
I'm just saying that. Yeah, I do. I can't beat the milk.
I want a hood whole milk gallon right on your
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
stomach.
Like,
No,
like
I-
Friday.
Thug life. Like,
Friday.
and then write
I mean,
milk life over you.
I don't know where. No, I'm just gonna get a gallon of fucking whole. Yeah, it's gonna be whole.
Gotta be
Yeah,
whole.
he's gonna have the red little cover.
Anybody in here a 2% guy?
No, I can drink it, but
I'd take it.
I like the whole.
We're gonna wrap up
Wait,
here.
wait, I also want to
What's
ask Showtime another thing. You give us a little breakdown on the dozen last night.
Oh yeah, I went to
How-
the trivia game show for the.
What's it
Barstool
like in
guys.
person? Is it electric?
It is pretty fun. Like the trivia is pretty hard. Like it's not just like you can't just like fucking know every answer. Like probably knew like 3 out of the 12 questions. That they
How is
asked, like-
Kelly Keegs looking? I have a
Is that
thing
the
for
girl?
Her. Yeah, I
Dude,
have a
she
thi-
got
I have a
fucking
thing-
booed so
Oh,
bad. It was
I have
kind
a
of
thing for
crazy.
her.
I
I
was
don't
like,
know
dude,
what it
I
is.
do too. I was like, dude, she's fucking hot.
Oh, Kelly's hot.
Yeah.
She-
I was all about it. They were just big fans of Frank, big fans of
KB
El
Nick.
Prez. Like, yeah, like.
Oh, well,
fucking-
Minahan was there too, right?
I saw
Yeah,
I saw
Min-
I
I
saw
think
Hank in
Minahan-
the, I saw Hank in the stairway. I walked by him. I go, hey, I saw you on Steele Nazz podcast. He was like, oh yeah, great show. I know the guys that run it. So, shout out the boys.
Did Minahan get the loudest shebang?
Absolutely. And I saw him when he was leaving, pulling out in his Lexus S550. Literally was like, can I take a pic? Can I take a pic? Well, he just drove off. Fuck that guy.
I mean,
Fuck Minahan.
Minahan's that way though. Like, and I get it. And he's like very not like fucking.
Fuck
flashy.
him. Fuck him.
Portnoy
Everyone?
Portnoy would have.
Thanks for coming.
Also,
Thanks for hanging out.
does
with the
anyone
boys
have
today.
any thoughts on Portnoy's new watch company going under heat right now?
Why? I almost bought one for $2,500.
People are saying it's a cheap watch.
I haven't seen any quality on it yet. He said if it was a
He's-
Rolex, it'd be selling for $10,000.
That's what he said, yes. Regardless of that, shut up Barstool. They're our sister company. Not at all, but
And,
Rough and Rowdy, we will be there December 9th.
See you
Pretty
there,
much
Robbie.
everyone in
I'll
this
be, I'll be row
everyone
4
in
in a
this room-
tuxedo.
everyone in this room will be here. He'll be in a tuxedo. I'll be in a seersucker. I suggest everyone dressed appropriately.
Look for me, look for me in the front
I'll
row.
wear something tight.
Look for me in the front row.
Want to give on a serious note, want to give a quick shout out. My brother and his wife just had a baby boy last week.
Congratulations.
Johnny Nazz.
Johnny!
Welcome to the program.
Johnny Nazz, you're
knew
the
it was
next
you.
guest.
I knew it
You're
was
the
you.
next big guest.
That's all from Steele Nazz, episode 102. Be ready for next week, ladies and gents. It'll be a hell of a ride.
See you then.
Let it rip.